Girl, your butt is getting fat.
It's my life, it's my right. I'ma do it how I want to. It's my life, it's my right. Simply Shayla.
I'm talking about the importance of affirming yourself. Every time never fails. Anytime I have to talk about something, it always hits me first. It always attacks me, and it's like, oh, you want to talk about self-love? You want to talk about affirming yourself? Now I'm about to make you go through it. So the importance of it, and I'll tell you the importance of it, and then I'll tell you just like what I experienced. So the importance of it is that you'll be able to show up in the rooms. I always talk about that, right? But more importantly, you'll be able to know that you belong in a space. You'll know that you belong on this earth. Good things are meant for you. And when you have those tools and you have that knowledge under your belt, then you're able to more successfully walk into rooms more confidently, walk into the things that God has promised you, and be able to allow your blessings to get to you. So something that I had learned whenever I went to Life Center with Bishop Brian Moore, he brought in another pastor named Nathaniel Green, I believe. And one thing he was saying was, he said that your blessing needs to be able to recognize you. And also my best friend, him and I talked, and he actually ended up preaching a message on that same point about how it's so important for us to not be camouflaged from our blessings, and that could mean a few things. The camouflage could be not knowing who you are, showing up or walking in a mistaken identity, believing that you are not the king or queen that you are, and believing that you're able or you have to settle for less. So the importance of it is so that, one, that you can walk into rooms more confidently, but also so that your blessings can find you. So when it comes down to, some of the things or what I dealt with just this week in preparation to talk to you guys about affirming yourself, is the fact that I walk. So normally I journal, I read my devotional, I have my own little routine, and I've been out of routine. I traveled last week for a couple of days, and that brought me out of my routine, which then just kept leading me to stay out of my routine. And so I wasn't writing down my thoughts. I wasn't, checking in with myself to see where I was at or any of those things. So I didn't give myself time to analyze where or how far I had gotten. And when you don't do those, then you miss the opportunity to help yourself to win and to progress in the week, and in your task and things of that nature. So a few things happened to me. One, someone had presented this grant that I really wanted to do, and someone had been sending it to me for the last couple of years, and every time I had never applied for a few different reasons, and I actually discovered, why I did, because there's some confusion on, whether I or not qualify for the particular grant. However, the issue was more so about me and my ability, and knowing whether or not I am good enough, or what I produce is good enough. And I took I work with these amazing creators. A couple of weeks ago, I actually just shared the photos on my Instagram at imonet_photography, if you want to check those out, with these amazing creators, amazing team. And the pictures, I love them. I was proud of them. And whenever it came down to it, when it came down to sharing, and this is kind of consistently, even when I share my work in general, I get so frustrated with sharing it because I don't get the likes or the approval or whatever from other people that I feel like I deserve or I desire or I expect, all those things. So I'm like, instead of dealing with the disappointment, I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to put myself in a space to be disappointed. So I just don't. And this particular time I was like, I need to, because the other thing is, in being a creative, being an entrepreneur, one thing about social media and things of that nature, or being a service provider in general, people just want to see that you're moving. They want to see that other people are working with you. They just want you to look busy. So that's a tidbit for my entrepreneurs and social media. Maybe it's something that you did for free, but people just want to see that, oh, such and such is working with her, or such and such is working with him, and so I need to too. So it kind of puts some gas under them. But even in knowing that knowledge, I was just still like, I'm not about to do this because y'all not about to embarrass me and give me 20 likes, But at the end of the day, one of my friends, who I consider my friend now, her name is Dorothy. She also has a YouTube too. I will link her YouTube to this page, because also, let's support each other this year. Like, let's help to make each other great, because that also helps and ensures that we affirm one another so that we can feel more confident in ourselves. But anyway, she affirmed me. She was just reminding me, like, even with YouTube, with my photography, which is my artwork, things of that nature, like, it only takes one chance for something to blow, or something to take off, or someone to discover you, and things of that nature, which are all things that I know, but sometimes we forget that. So if we're not doing our self check-ins and seeing, hey, Shayla, you're dealing with self-doubt and being insecure and things of that nature, I can't help myself. But that's why it's so important. And sometimes I try to make a point of, when I look in the mirror, that I give myself a compliment. Like, I walk by and I be like, girl, you cute today. You cute, okay? Girl, your butt is getting fat. It's not, but it is. Like, y'all better see me, whatever, mind your business. But having positive self-talk is the best way to maneuver anything. Like, stop beating up on yourself. Like, whenever it comes down to, just being in the world that we deal with as women, especially, we deal with so many things, and people telling us that we're not good enough, telling us that we have to have BBLs and, all these different things, all these surgeries and things of that nature, which, do your thing, but also, let's also be rare. Like, let's also have, great self-talk, so that we're not having to have those surgeries, or we're not having to feel like this is the only way that we're going to be worth something to somebody. Like, positive self-talk and just reminding you that what you got is enough. Like, who you are is enough. When what you show up with in rooms is enough. Like, nobody can take the power of your authenticity, the power of, that God is giving you, the aura, your energy, all those things. Those things are so beautiful, and so many people forget, including myself, sometimes how powerful that is. I get so many compliments on people telling me, like, that someone once told me that, when I walk into a room, that people pay attention to me. Granted, it's because I'm a little bit of a weirdo, so, you're trying to figure out who's this weirdo. But also just, drawing the right people, your people, to you. If you are affirmed in yourself, then you're going to get the energy, you're going to get the things, your blessings are going to be able to identify you. So if you walk into a room, say you left the house and you affirmed yourself and told yourself, hey, you are worthy of this room that you're about to enter. You're worthy to be in this circle. You're worthy, and what you have to say matters. Whatever is yours is going to meet you there. Those types of things, that whenever you get there, there is no expectation of failure. You can't fail, because you already know who you are. You already know your purpose for being in there. So the biggest takeaway for this today is just affirm yourself. Remind yourself just how beautiful you are, how amazing you are, the things that make you unique. Those things are beautiful. Like, I remember the guy I talked to, he said something to me, because y'all know I wear my big green glasses, and I'm always pushing them joints up. But he said something, he was like, ooh, girl, the way you push them glasses up. Like, it was something dumb, but it's something that's so important. That's just the small details matter, and making sure that you're able to show up as a better you. So that's it, y'all. Just make sure that you affirm yourself. Make sure you do those check-ins. Make sure You show up for yourself so that you're able to show up for others and be there for others. If you can't be there for yourself, then you're definitely not going to be there for nobody else, not in the way that you need to anyway. So anyway, I thank y'all again for once again for watching, for loving me, supporting me. Until next week, remember every Sunday at 2, your girl was coming through. Okay.
Simply Shayla.